Hey guys, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. And if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. Go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com, to book a session with me. All right. As you enter, if you could please give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. The second read, I am not going to pull any oracles, opening oracles. We're just going to do, I think, you know what? I haven't done a whole deck reading in a really long time. So let's do a whole deck. All right. And see what Spirit wants to talk about now. All right. Let's start with 6. Oh. Oh. Listen. You know, it's so funny. I love when this happens because this is literally, I'm telling you, I'm using a whole different deck. And these cards mirror the same energy of the very last reading, the oracle cards that I had first pulled out. It's kind of like somebody went after something. They went after something or tried to do something that they didn't have any passion or love for. They threw some money at it, and now they're losing money. Meanwhile, collective, you're sitting over here sitting pretty because of the work that you've done, the work that you've done on yourself, the work that your work product, the collaborations that you've worked with, the people that you've worked with, the choices that you've made. You've been very diligent. You've taken your time. You've made sure to dot all the I's, cross all the T's. You've made healthy connections. You've worked with people who were in support of, your goal. And now you are in a position of, stability. You're focused on your self-healing. If you've got kids, you take good care of your kids. I definitely, this whole line, if I look at it just as one person, it really looks like your glow up. Like all of this looks like your glow up. At one point, maybe, like I said in the last reading, you're like, you bossed up in a way I feel like that people did not anticipate. They did not anticipate it. You may have had some really tough setbacks in the past that, like I said, and I say it all the time, Venus rules your love and money. And it feels as though, if your money was upside down, your love life at the time was also upside down. And so, like I said, if you hit a blow in one area of your life, it definitely affected the other. And it probably put you in like a tailspin of depression, because I do see that. But I really see the work that you've done on yourself to regain your stability to the point where now you are in this very good, healthy, healed energy. You've kind of, I also think too, at one point, you may not have truly seen your own value. You may not have seen, what you bring to the table as being valuable. But where you are now, let me tell you, you stayed very dedicated to your path. You stayed very dedicated to your path. And because of that, you've been able to turn everything around for yourself. So congratulations. Job well done. I love it. I love it. Yes, look at that. Yes, you did the work. You put the work out. You did the work for yourself. At one point, I feel like you may have been, okay, that's what this is. All right. Like I said, you've done all the work. You've been very diligent about it. And I think in order for you to do that, you may have also had to elect to withdraw yourself from certain situations, and instead of focusing on, it's like instead of focusing on the wounding of your past, you got really clear about your focus and what you needed to work on. I also feel as though, like I said, you've been through a lot. You've experienced a lot of sadness and pain, particularly as it is related to your past and the way that you show up for people. People may not have shown up for you in the same way and may have made you feel as though you did not have anybody to turn to. You may have even turned to people that were connected to your past and they rejected you and turned you away. So you decided to redirect your focus and focus on your own stability, focus on kind of like, building yourself back up, and learning how to, what I really like, it feels like laser focus. Laser focus. I think you got really clear with yourself about where you, because maybe in the past you would have, like I said, like part of the reason why certain work against you hasn't actually worked is because you healed the parts that would normally have triggered you. I feel like once you kind of realized a pattern or a cycle, once you kind of saw that, I feel like, again, you got really clear on, excuse me, you got really clear on the direction that you needed to go in or what it was that you needed to focus on. You got real honest with yourself about, like, who was in your camp who was genuinely trying to build with you versus people that were in your camp that were trying to tear you down. I hope that makes sense. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. You turn to God. You turn to God. You turn to God, and you may have even, like, because what I'm getting, I'm kind of seeing in my mind's eye, like somebody dropping to their knees. And it's almost like a matter of surrender, at a point where, and this was part of the work that you did, to a point where like things had looked so bleak at one point, especially if you'd suffered from depression. I think at a point you finally just dropped to your knees and said, you know what, I honestly don't know what I'm doing here, and I would really appreciate if somebody could step in and kind of guide me. And I feel like that ability to kind of humble yourself before God to say, you know what, I don't really know what I'm doing. And I feel like God kind of just directed you to pour all the love that you have been pouring into everybody else, to pour that love into yourself. And now, because you elected to pour that love into yourself, the people that may have once turned you away have now been turned away, are now being blocked off, are now being dismissed. You've chosen not to reconcile with these people. And again, like I said, you got real clear about where it was that you wanted to focus. And I think a lot of what you've done, I feel like you may not have done it like all out in the open, where people can, see your process and see what you're doing. I also feel as though it kind of feels like I heard the word success. I heard it twice actually. Success as it relates to the choices that you've made. Okay. Now here I have an energy of somebody. Remember I said it was like there was somebody like trying to cast a shadow over you to confuse people about who you are or how you present. And I feel like the reason why, I think I've mentioned this in other readings, it was like the moment you decided to turn your back on the people that turned their back on you, you became enemy number one, which is crazy to me. Crazy. But what's interesting is here, I do see somebody here getting negative karma for the confusion and the lies that they have told about you. Okay? Yes. There has been a lot of talk. A lot of talk. A lot of confusing talk. You may have a public platform. You could potentially be communicating. You could have a blog. You could have a YouTube channel. You could just be on social media or whatever. It's kind of like speaking your truth, because literally this, what it looks like here, it kind of looks like somebody trying to like control your movement. It's almost like you take 3 steps forward and then somebody throws up a roadblock in front of you in order to, and that roadblock is, it's communication based. It's like somebody spreading rumors or starting rumors and spreading lies in order to have people look at you different, think of you different, not want to do work with you, not want to support your work, all because they were trying to control a particular narrative. I feel like this also is the energy of somebody trying to control a narrative of you, like almost like trying to say like you're, because what I'm getting here, especially if you've turned your financial structure around. So say at one point, like I said, Venus is love and money. If your love life and your money was funky at one point and you were, your stability was being called into question at a time, you're not in that energy anymore. But it kind of feels like because you have cut off energetic supply to the people that were rejecting you, now they're kind of deeming you as being the selfish one. So right now what they're doing is, it's crazy because I kind of feel like they've been trying to slow you down, slow down your progress. Like I said, they've got their eye on you right now. And I feel like part of what they're trying to do is, again, they are trying to slow you down. I don't have the energy of like necessarily trying to shut you up. They could be, because again, they're spreading rumors and lies. But I said, like, all of this is coming out, like the confusion that they may have been. I think people are talking about it. People are, okay, thank you, Spirit. People are talking about it. There's discussion. And I feel like the discussion that they're having, they can even see how somebody else, like here you are, you're in a very stable place, you're focusing on your healing, you're healed, you're in a really good position, right? You've got really good collaborations and teamwork, like you're doing the thing. But while you're over here living really well and you're very comfortable, there is somebody here who is not doing so hot. And because you are maybe like I said, you're in a public eye, so people can actually see you. So if somebody has been spreading rumors and lies about like who you are and your character and how you've been doing and all this other stuff, they're talking about old shit. Okay? Because what people are truly seeing is they are seeing the connectedness between you and God. They're seeing it. They're seeing the amount of love that you pour into yourself, but that you still pour into others, but you're maintaining really healthy boundaries. Really, really healthy boundaries. It's crazy. What's crazy is they are not. I think what they're having an issue with is, even though you may be in the public eye, I think you keep a lot of details about your personal life to yourself. You keep a lot of the details of your personal life and your work, whatever it is that you do, or however you accomplish whatever you've accomplished. Not like you're gatekeeping or anything, but you just keep it to yourself because it ain't really nobody else's business. And I feel like you're doing that because, again, you're being guided. Look it. And I will say this. You got somebody here who has been, like I said, they're trying to delay something, or the plan is, it is kind of to like hem you up. But there's an opportunity that's coming towards you, and it's very, very deserving. You deserve this. Why? Because you've worked hard for it. You've invested the time and energy that you needed to in order to cultivate whatever your craft is, whatever this is that you're doing, whatever it is that you do, that you've been doing. Literally, divinely guided by God. You have been very dedicated. I heard God's loyal servant. You've been very dedicated. I said people can see it. People can see, look. So people can actually see the difference between you, collective, and say the people or person, because this could be a few people. It doesn't have to be one person, but they can see the difference between, like I said, you're in the public eye, so people can actually see. They don't see the ins and outs of your day to day or anything like that, but you're putting out enough content or talking enough where people can actually get a vibe. They can catch a vibe off of you. They know where you are mentally, emotionally. They can see it. So I'll use myself as an example. So hypothetically, if somebody was talking trash about me being, yes, I suffered from depression for many, many years and I healed myself. This is almost like somebody, running their mouth, calling me lazy and not talking all this smack or whatever. And I don't do this and I don't do that. And just because I work from home and I'm not at a traditional 9 to 5, that I must not be doing shit with my life. However, I'm stable. I ain't asking nobody for no help because I don't need your help. And when I did need your help, you turned me away. And really, it's funny because the fact that they turned you away, collective, all of that was in an attempt to keep you really, really small, to keep you small, to keep you feeling helpless. But what people are actually seeing is they're seeing your glow up. They literally see your glow up, and they can see that someone else they see like a change of dynamic for you. So if at one point you had been on the bottom half of the wheel, and the other person that you were dealing with, or the people that it turned you away, they were on the top half of the wheel, those things have now changed. Those circumstances have now shifted. And now you are stable. And you've put an end to this relationship. You put an end to certain connections and relationships. And definitely, I feel like you're beginning, if you haven't already, to put it behind you. And somebody is really upset that you're getting new opportunities and that new, oh yeah, I definitely have somebody here. You're seeing the truth of a dynamic. You have some clarity around the relationships and the dynamics that you've severed ties with. You're no longer motivated. You're no longer motivated to carry them into your future. You're fine all by yourself. Now, I do see here, interestingly enough, now that I'm looking at it, because we have talked about the theft of intellectual property. Yeah. Collective, are you? So I could look at this two ways. This person here that may have turned you away, that feels on the outside now because they, like I said, they rejected you in the past. They turned you away. They were doing everything in order to try to, control you. Either you Or because I do see like some like illegal components here. Either you are waiting for some, I kind of feel like you're waiting for the truth to come out so that somebody can stop, like that whatever somebody has been doing against you or towards you, you may be waiting for, and it's coming, justice will be served, but it kind of feels like you're waiting for something to be stopped. And you may be even anticipating somebody going to jail for whatever they've done against you. I do see that too. Don't wait. Just keep focusing on your life. Karma's gonna karma. It's gonna do its thing. Okay. We still got Saturn is still gonna be sitting in Pisces for a little while longer. It's another few months. So it's got a little bit of time here. But I definitely feel like there's this energy here of somebody like who's waiting for somebody to get theirs. You're waiting for them to be stopped. You're waiting for the truth to come out. You may have made a decision here to, I think I've talked about this in other readings, where you kind of just, you may have ghosted people. You may have elected to like put an end to certain connections and relationships, but you did it really quietly. You did it really, really quietly. I feel like you made a choice. You did it quietly. It is giving me that whole Homer Simpson fading into the bushes thing. You did it quietly. And you just decided you didn't want to take this person or these people into your future cycles. And that, they didn't see that coming. It changed everything with this tower. Yep. Oh, yes. Okay, so remember when I said there's somebody here that is literally like waiting? You might be even waiting for communication about this truth that's coming out about something that happened in the past. This looks like bad news. But like something that happened in the past, again, like I said, you may be waiting for that to happen. You're waiting for this permanent severance of a connection. And it's largely because you have somebody here who was trying to win at all costs. Literally, the truth is about to come out about that. Yes. Somebody is worried about it. Somebody is either worried, they're worried that the truth is coming out. They're worried about people talking about them. Um they're worried about getting locked up. They're worried about getting locked up, and let me tell you right now, when they made the decision to do whatever it was that they did, um they're not, I kind of get the impression that like it's almost like what I'm seeing, it's like in my mind's eye, it's kind of like the world around them, their whole world is like up in flames right now. And instead of owning and saying, I did this and what's happening to me is a result of the things that I've done, this almost, they have a very, this person is kind of like, it's kind of like somebody who kind of like peaked in high school and never really grew up. Like this person is giving me like low emotional intelligence. Just wow. Just they're not taking any responsibility for their life being on fire. Like literally everything else around them is on fire, and it's almost like they're trying to justify the behavior. They're trying to justify what they've done because you decided to withdraw your energy and put up boundaries. I said at the very top of this reading, like, you became enemy number one the moment you decided to turn your back on the entire thing. They targeted you because you turned your back. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because they didn't think shit about it when they turned their back on you. That was on purpose. That was on purpose. But when you said, okay, cool, well, I'm done too. They didn't like that. The arrogance. It's wild. Wild, I tell you. Look at that. Look at that. Victory and success. Public recognition for job well done. You're doing really good. You're very, very stable. I also feel too... I do also get the impression here that you may have come into a new cycle. You may have come into a new cycle and somebody is very distraught over that decision. Like I said, like I've been talking about how, somebody's been projecting energy over a masculine to keep them kind of confused about how people see you, and they are all connected. I can see that. But I definitely feel like this you've got counterparts. I've got counterparts out here. I mean, I'm going to do the whole deck and I'm going to eventually have all the counterparts, but my first set of counterparts that I have out here, this feels very much like going into this new cycle. You're very protected. You're very, very protected. Yeah. By you walking away from certain relationship dynamics, the foundation was already crumbling anyway. The foundation had already crumbled. And by you walking away from it, all it did was just kind of recalibrate the energy and set the scale straight so that everything is brought back into balance. What was needed was your extraction from the relationship. You needed to walk away. Yes, you needed to walk away. See, listen, I said it was because what was happening to you or what you were dealing with was out of balance. You may have been giving way more to these connections and relationships than what you were getting back. And the moment you decided to walk away from this situation, the moment you decided to just withdraw all of your energy, like I said, to heal yourself, to heal your connection with your partner if you are partnered, and I also see too, like, whatever this truth is that comes out, and I'm seeing this, whatever this truth is that comes out, especially if there is a financial component to it. I will say this truth, the truth that comes out is what's going to, and it's all, yeah, they're all connected here. The truth that comes out, while number one, it may be very heartbreaking or disappointing to hear, it will be the key component to setting you free. I hope that makes sense. It's literally like the last thing you need to be free of the entire situation. Because there has been some injustice here carried out. Yeah, this person, whoever they took really, they're upset because they took hasty action. They made some really hasty decisions, and really it was all based in just wanting to win. They were trying to win at all costs. But again, they're not taking any responsibility for the actions that they took. They were trying to come after your 10 of cups. They were trying to break up a connection. They were trying to break up a connection. If you're partnered, they were trying to break up your connection. Mm. I said they were trying to trigger old wounds. Because I also get the impression here that this person or whoever we're talking about here, now this may be them. This energy could literally be them, because I kind of feel like they wanted to break up they wanted to break up whatever you deemed as your 10 of cups. They were trying to break all of that down. But what I'm seeing here, even if I just were to look at this one whole row here, it's kind of like they may have wanted to isolate you, or to, like, I think I've said it in other readings, like they wanted you to be homeless, literally. Be alone, be without a partner, be without friends, have nothing. But what's happening is the opposite. You're in a stable space. You're unmotivated to deal with them. You don't want to deal with them at all. I also see here where they may be watching you, digging into your life, watching your social media, stalking you heavily. But literally, they're unable to keep doing, like, they can't keep whatever it was they were doing. They can't keep doing it. And okay, so here's the thing too. Because I said the moment you walked away, you became enemy number one. And the moment you walked away, um, and you pulled your energy back and you decided to, like, walk away so that you could heal. So that you could heal. I even see here too, like, your counterpart, like, it's not just a solo healing thing. If you're in a partnership, your partner healed too. You may not have done it together, but you did it together. You know what I mean? Um, this person has been, like, you walked away and they've been telling lies about you ever since. They've been telling lies about you ever since you walked away. And you standing on business. You're standing on business, and you are standing your ground when it comes to this particular relationship or whoever you walked away from. There's disharmony here. There's a breakdown. You're not going back, and you're standing in it. You're like, yeah, I said what I said. And the reason why is because your connection with them, it wasn't emotionally, it wasn't emotionally supportive to you, and it was toxic. And so the whole thing is you moving away from it allowed you to heal from this toxicity. It allowed you to heal from the toxicity. And that's what they were kind of worried about. I don't think they anticipated you to actually do the work, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, look at you, the Empress. They have been unable to affect your happiness, and now they're in deep regret. Oh, they are in such deep regret. They're in deep regret because you don't want to deal with them no more. You have turned your back on this situation in such a way where you're not entertaining it. You're not even thinking about it. And remember, I said delay, not deny. Delay, not deny. This 10 of Cups here, it's coming. It's coming. You got a whole new cycle that's getting ready to start here, and this person over here is stressed out because they're not going to be a part of it. Death. They're not going to be a part of it. They've been trying to avoid this, and it's a permanent ending. They are trying to avoid this. There's no avoiding it, though. It's already a done deal. It's already a done deal. Yes, you walked away. You walked away because, yes, 8 of Cups to Cherry. You walked away. You're done. You're out. I'm out. I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. You gained all the courage and strength that you needed to. You're not putting in any effort, any energy. And it's funny because whoever this is that I'm talking about, they had you in like this very weird one-sided competition. I don't even think that you were even aware that there was a competition going on. You were just minding your business, and these people over here, like the narcissist and the flying monkeys, these flying monkeys have been swirling around trying to figure out how to like hem you up and stop your flow. And the whole time you're still succeeding. The whole time it hasn't affected your stability, not one bit. Meanwhile, these fools over here with blindfolds on and sticks, and they over here beating the shit out of each other, not realizing that they're not even touching you. I do have the energy here of somebody that may have been throwing some dark magic here. They actually may have paid a practitioner to affect your finances or to affect. I am kind of seeing. I see a couple of things here. You may have had. They may have paid a practitioner. They may be a practitioner, but they may have paid a practitioner to like affect your finances, affect your home life. They may have even thrown some death magic at you. It's a lot, right? Just in this section right here. Like literally they were trying to affect your relationship. They were trying to affect your finances. They wanted you to be alone. They wanted you to be overburdened. They wanted you to be depressed. Like all the things that they wanted for you, honey, none of that's happening. I'm just going to flip these last cards over. They've been trying to desperately hold on. They've been trying to hold on, and they like literally, because they see the cycle closing out, they are trying to avoid the whole cycle closing out. They're trying to avoid it. The thing is, they haven't really learned any lessons. They haven't learned any lessons. They were unsuccessful in trying to block your finances or whatever, and now they're very upset. And the thing about it is, they were trying to tarnish or diminish or affect the way that people viewed you, but you're still coming out here as the Queen of Wands. I mean, the Empress is already out here in the upright. You know what I'm saying? So they were trying to affect the way that people looked at you and the way that people viewed you, but it didn't change anything. They were unsuccessful in changing people's perspective on who you are as an individual and who you are as a person, and they're beside themselves because the truth is being seen. Your truth is being seen. All right, that's that entire deck. Let's see. This one more quick pass with a different deck. Ooh, listen. Like I said, they were trying to hide you. They were trying to hide you, and people can see the God in you. Literally, they can see your connection to the divine. They see what I heard was they see how graceful you've been through the entire thing. You're being publicly recognized for the work that you do. They can no longer hide you. They were trying to control. Yes, this person was trying to control the way that people view you. They were trying to control your future movements, even your relationship, by trying to, like, I want to say again, they're trying to confuse a masculine energy here. That is so crazy. They were trying to confuse a masculine energy about the way they were trying to change the way this masculine looked at you. Again, put yourself in this story wherever you are. This energy is like somebody really trying to affect this is a masculine. I'm just going to stick to that. They are trying to affect the way this masculine looked at his counterpart. That's crazy. They were trying, you know what? What they did not expect, the Empress. What they didn't expect, though, is that they didn't expect for you to heal. I'm talking to a divine feminine right now. They did not expect this divine feminine to heal. They did not expect her to show up and to stand up and show out and show her true divinity. They did not expect that. They were literally trying to hide the feminine, to confuse other people so that they would view this feminine energy as being low vibrational and just whack. And that's not who you are. And so because that's not who you are, and because you are actually being seen for who you are, this person's really upset because a dynamic has shifted here. Mm-hmm. Yep. A dynamic has shifted. They may have been trying to attach you to something from your past. And here's the funny thing about it is they couldn't. Like I said earlier, they were trying, not only were they trying to mask, they were trying to kind of, again, I keep hearing the word shroud. They were trying to hide this divine feminine from the world, really, not just from your counterpart, but they were trying to hide you from the world. It also kind of gives me the energy to, I think I mentioned this before, it was like they were trying to hit on the trigger. So if you had a wound, like some type of wounding associated from your past, they wanted to keep you in that past energy so that you would always stay low vibrational, so that you would always stay sad and depressed, while maintaining hope for a relationship that was never really meant to happen. Yeah. And let me tell you, the longer you stayed in that low vibrational energy, I feel like they were harvesting off of that energy. Because I do have this witchy woman out here. They may have been harvesting money, resources. There's a financial component here. But I feel like they were doing it. They were using that low vibration that you were in. They were using that energy. I don't know how that works, but that's what I'm feeling here. It was like they were, while you were in your lowest spaces, while you were in their low space, in a low space, in a low energy, they were harvesting your energy in order to gain for themselves. They've been targeting you for a really long time. Yeah, yes, listen, whoever this person was or whoever these people are, there were a bunch of people working together. They were not team players, and they've been traitors the entire time. They've been backstabbing you the entire time. Mhm. And they've been trying to hold, like I said, they were worried. They've been worried because they've been trying to hold on to you. But you moved on. You have moved on. You're like literally you're out of the building. Elvis has truly left the building. We like it. We like it. I don't think I'm gonna pull oracles. I don't think I want to. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Where are we? 44 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I've done a whole deck and I've used half of this deck. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you or gave you clarity or confirmation over your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, super thanks, all of those things, all the wonderful new bookings. Thank you, Captain Reid, for sending folks over here. I love you. Yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. All right, take care. Until next time. Bye.